Good morning, good morning. We are a little bit late to our trading today. I had a few obligations that I had to be a part of and take care of. But the good thing about our entire strategy is that you don't have to be at the markets right at 8:30. It works throughout the day. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Let me start sharing my screen. All right. So I don't know if I went through how I find the levels that I'm looking for on Friday, so we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Today is day 2 of our prop firm trading challenge. You can see if I come down here, I'm at 349.50 for the day. We got to make 6,000 before we lose 3,000, so that is the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the 30-minute chart and just map out our Asian and London sessions. So 17 starts the Asian session and 2 a.m. starts that session. Now we're just going to mark the highs and lows of these sessions. Looks like that was a high. Let me zoom in here a little bit so you can see what I'm looking for. That was the high of the Asian session and the low of the Asian session. And then 7:30 technically is what stops that time, but I'm going to go ahead and it made a new high here, so I'm not going to worry about marking the London session high. However, the London session low, which was right here, I am going to mark. As you can see, it already reacted off of that level. Now I'm going to put our 1 hour highs and lows. So you can see we had a high right there. I'm not marking this one because this is after market had already opened, so I'm not interested in that. So that is 1 hour high. And are you good? Yeah. That's the 4 hour low. No, 1 hour low. 4 hour. This is what we're looking at. I'm going to go ahead and put one more line right there, just so we have plenty of angles here. So what do we have here? Do we have any fair value gaps on the 4 hour time frame? We have this bullish fair value gap, but it got filled and reacted upon, and nothing on there. So the 1 hour time frame, I know we had one here whenever I was looking earlier. So we had a red bearish fair value gap here. It's already been reacted off of right there, and then we have a bullish fair value gap right here that is actually making a play right now. So this is something that's exciting. So now we're looking at the 5-day 5-minute chart. Overall trend for the 1 hour chart is to the upside. You can see we're reacting right here off of this 4 hour fair value, or this 1 hour fair value gap right now. Came down, reacted to this level, went back up. I want to see, I'm going to pull this up a little more. How much space is this right here? 524, 497. That's not giving a lot of reaction time. So that is a 4 hour high. This one is not really acting as a strong level, so I'm taking that one off. So we just have these few levels here that we're looking at. All right, so let's see what we've made so far. So went down there, that's a bearish fair value gap, got filled. Now we have a bearish fair value gap, filled, bearish. Kind of played right there. Same thing right here. Got played and reacted off of. We're making some higher lows off of that level right there. It's really kind of bouncing off and playing off of this level here. want to see if it'll make a lower low right here. So what am I looking for? It is kind of reacting off of this fair value gap right here. However, on the 5-day, 5-minute chart, on this, let me take that magnet off. On this bearish run here, you can see continuation confluences whenever it comes up and tests these discount prices at the 50% equilibrium, and you can see we tested those prices and we are making lower lows right now. So I want to see it react off of this level again. I'm going to go ahead and go down to the 1-day, 1-minute chart because we are reaching these levels that I want to see. I want to see if it reacts off of. Yeah, you can see it just above that equilibrium, sells right back off. We can get back down to these levels and how we react. Testing that level right there. You got a nice red gap right there. I want to see if we make a lower low right here. It's reacting to this level pretty strongly. I think I'm going to take a long position here. And create new order. Take profit at equilibrium. And stop loss. Add a new low. So this looks like a good trade to me. It's reacting off of this level. I am taking this trade because if we make a new low here, modify order. If we make a new low here, that's fine because we're out with very minimal risk. And if we can get back up to the equilibrium, that's like a $1,600 gain. Okay, we're making a new low right here. We'll see if this is a liquidity sweep and it's just going to try to fill all these trades that are right in here, or if we end up getting stopped out of this one. Either way, that's fine. I want to go to the 1-hour chart. You can see this is that fair value gap we're looking at filling, but it did get reacted off of once before. So we're just going to see how it reacts this time. Market could be incentivized to start moving back to the downside. Nah, we're going to get stopped out here. Alrighty, that's fine. What did we lose on that one? We had a big break to the downside right there. 255 on the trade, not bad. Okay, so we got a huge break right there. That makes me believe that we are headed to the downside for the day. What do we need to see? We need price to come up somewhere and retest these levels again. It has a nice fair value gap right there. We're coming up, testing these levels. Let me get this off of the chart. This is what I want to see. From this to That's what I want to see. I want to see it come back and test equilibrium, the continuation confluence. It's probably going to come and touch these levels first. There's the 5-day, 5-minute chart show. Huge fair value gap to the downside forming right here. What are the levels we're going to go test? We're going to be testing this level right here. All right, 1 day, 1 minute. I want to see it come up and test that equilibrium, but we've been adjusted since there. I want to see it come up, test that equilibrium, and then I want to go short. Stop loss right there. Oh, this is a limit. Take profit. All right. I like these levels. Come on, come on, come on. Test, test, test. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Taking that position right here. So the 1 hour fair value gap, I think it got tested. Well, I mean, it got tested, but it didn't technically close underneath. That's one thing we're looking at. However, on the 5-day, 5-minute chart, we have a nice fair value gap that formed. Well, not technically. It'll form on this candle. Looking at the 1 day, 1 minute chart, we're testing these levels right here. Previous resistance or previous support become new resistance. Come on, let's take these levels out right here. We're at equilibrium right now. I want to see it go to the downside here. Making new lows. The only thing that kind of frightens me is this 1 hour fair value gap to the upside not being filled and reacted off of. It's getting a lot of buy pressure right here. Let's see. We're at equilibrium here. Down 315 on this trade. We are trading the regular future. We're not trading the mini future. So that's why you see me only trading one contract instead of like 5 or 10 like I did on Monday. This 1 hour or 1 minute fair value gap seems to be testing and holding right here. Here, let me see. I don't know if you can visualize it right off rip. That fair value gap right there seems like it's being tested. We're coming down, testing these levels down here. Touched equilibrium. Nice continuation confluence. We want to see a lot of sell pressure here. There was not a fair value gap formed on the 1 day, 1 minute, the 5 day, 5 minute. Did we get... it doesn't look like we really had a fair value gap right there. No, not really. But the 1 day, 1 minute, we do have a bearish fair value gap, so that's the one we're testing right now. On the 1 hour chart, we are testing this fair value gap here. I really want to see it break below it and hold, making this an inverse fair value gap to the downside. And what levels are we going to be watching? Next level I'm looking for is the previous low, which is right here at 19,392. And if those are the levels that we are watching right here, I'm just going to create like a fake trade right here so we can see what our take profit's going to look like. We are looking to make 830, risking 655, 1.2 risk reward ratio. If we continue to make lower lows here. This is the 1 day, 1 minute chart. Nice form. Keep going to the downside. I like those levels. On the 5 day, 5 minute chart, let's make a new low right here. I want to see how it reacts to this level down here. All right. Feels like See, you can just see this continuation confluence right here, how well it works. From this run right here, we had this big run right here. We came up, touched the 50% retracement. Anything above this 50% retracement mark is considered discount. So you can see a bunch of people got in right there, coming down, up 625 on it. That puts us up about 270 on the day. This seems like it is got plenty of momentum to continue to go down further. I do kind of wish I was trading the mini so I could lock in some of my profits now, but we are going, and on the 1 hour chart, we are extremely overbought, so we are due to come back down. So I believe we are going to rip through this level here, and I want to see us come really even all the way back down to this level. Let's go to the 4 hour chart and see kind of what some of our other levels could be. One of our other levels that we could touch before we get down to that further one is some highs right around here, right around that level. So we'll go back to the 1 day, 1 minute and take a look. All right, making lower lows right there. Come down, test these levels again. So it's testing these levels right here. It's not getting a solid breakthrough. That kind of makes me want to take some profit here and kind of see how it reacts again. 5 day, 5 minute chart. What are we looking at? That looks like a solid move down. Had retracement. Coming down again. Let's see. Let's just see if we can break through it. We're breaking. Nice. Well, touched it. Now I'm going to test again. Come on, baby. It's testing this level right here. I really want to keep holding on to it. Yeah. we're running. So I'm gonna move my order down a little bit more, up 8.15 on the day, 387, 432. Okay, so we are, I'm gonna modify that order, 437. It's getting bought back up right here pretty heavily. I think I gotta go ahead and take some profits here. I cannot risk. Let's see, let's make a new low, new low, new low. Keep going, keep going. I mean, it's going down. How about instead of doing that, let's just bring our stop order down. It's running, so let's continue to let it run. Nice run, nice run, nice run. 1,300 on it. We're getting a lot of volume to the downside. This is what we've been waiting for, people. This is what we've been waiting for. I'm going to move my stop all the way down to these levels right here, guaranteeing profits on the 1 day, 1 minute. I want to see us continue down even further. We're up 1,400 on the day. That puts us up 1,260 for the week. I have my stop right here. Buy limit I'm going to be content with right there. So we'll see which one we're going to hit. We are forming a nice bearish fair value gap right here on the 1 day, 1 minute chart. Let's see if it holds right here. I'm going to go ahead and move my stop below there, just maximizing as much profits as we can. But again, if I was selling minis, I would close out some of my position right now. Since we're not, we only have one contract, we're letting it run. You got to let your winners run. Cut off your losers quick. Okay, formed a fair value gap right here. Boom, on the 1 day, 1 minute chart. Let's see this come up and test these levels and continue down again. Now we are making a new equilibrium. I'm going to go ahead and move and adjust these levels. We are still going down, so equilibrium is still running. I'm hoping we can hit this buy limit before it comes up and touches these levels. 1 day, 1 minute is showing pretty oversold. You know, I am content. Are you content with those profits? Did that form a fair value gap on the 5 day, 5 minute? No, not yet. I like these levels. I'm content here if it comes up and tests that fair value gap. Here, let me, boom. Or if we continue to go low, if we hit my buy order right there, come on, baby. I'm moving my stop to even lower again. Like I said, we're here to maximize profits. So I am trailing my stop. I'm moving it down, moving it down, moving it down. Comes up and tests that fair value gap, I'm good. But if it continues to go and touches my limit order there, even better. There's no other sign of resistance until we get down to these levels down here. And there we go, baby. All right. So we hit our take profit button. That puts us at plus 1,685 for the day. And with that, I am done trading. I made 2 trades today, up 1685. More than content with that. We lost 255 on one trade, and then we made it all back plus some on our second. So I'm done trading. That's all I need. I don't need to make any more. Totally content with that. Trade of 8 has a consistency rule as it is, so I cannot make more than $3,000 on one single trading day. Otherwise, the test gets strung out even longer. So I'm done trading for today. So you can see here on these little arrows, these are what we traded. I am going to go through and kind of see if I was to wake up and trade when I normally do at 8:50, what some of our options could have been. So let's see where some opportunity was here. All right. So this line right here is where we could start trading. So you can see these levels right here. Let's go to the 5-day 5-minute chart because that's what I would be watching. So 5-day 5-minute bearish fair value gap right off the rip. And then this big green candle came, swept through, inverse fair value gap right there. All right, touched that level there as well. Looking to come down and fill these levels. We got a bearish fair value gap right there on the 5-day 5-minute, but really I'm going to be watching this level right up here. So on the 1-day 1-minute, what do we got? All right, at these levels right up here, where is the change in trend? Looks like it's kind of right there. It's not like really clear. I mean, it is kind of right there. Not really any fair value gap that we're coming up and testing. Okay, then came down, tested these levels right here. Change in trend there. Higher highs, lower highs, higher highs, lower highs. Wait, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Consolidated for a little while. I'm not gonna lie, I can't see a clear, obviously now that it's done trading, I can see a clear change in direction right there. But looking at it right now, I can't see how I could have caught it. So I am totally content with the trade that we took. You can see it consolidated on these levels, kind of bounced right in between that resistance and that support. Bing, 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 bing. Until we made our descent here. And what made us get into this trade was a couple things. This was the low of the day. Not of the day, but these were the two lows, right? So it made a low, a higher low, and another higher low, right? So this candle right here was our change in direction. Woo! Change in direction. Okay? Came down. Started testing this level right here. Okay? That is when we were looking for equilibrium. Remember that? That's the 50% retracement. So from the start of this downtrend, change the direction, all the way down to the low, you could see we came down, bounced right there. What did we get? We got a continuation confluence right here. Discounted pricing above equilibrium. This is where we got stopped out on that one trade. Okay, this is where we bought back into it. A little bit early. I should have waited a little bit longer, but started trading above the equilibrium. Testing this 1 minute fair value gap. Gets rejected. Goes to the downside. First take profit level right here. I didn't see a reason that we weren't going to keep going, especially after we got this huge breakthrough here. And now you can see forming another 1 day, 1 minute fair value gap. We took profit somewhere right around here. Why exactly did you choose to take profits right there? Well, one, I was content with just the dollar amount of profits that it was. Two, that is a big stretch downward. 1 day, 1 minute chart is starting to be oversold on the 1 day, 1 minute chart. Wanted to maximize profits. And you can see here, the next good price, if we continue to get this, you can see this 1 day, 1 minute. It's almost going to be exactly what we formed right up here. So 1 day, 1 minute fair value gap right here. If you can come up, test these levels, and get rejected by this 1 day, 1 minute fair value gap, there's also being a change of direction right there. So let's go to the 5 day, 5 minute chart and see what kind of levels we're looking at that are right here. Is there any specific level? You got this right here, pre-market, bounced, bounce. So that is a decent level to be watching. But like I said, I'm done trading for today. I'm just going to mark some of this stuff out right here. Boom. We have another 5 day, 5 minute fair value gap right there. So it comes up, tests this fair value gap, gets above equilibrium right there. Boom, boom, boom. If you're looking at the 5 day, 5 minute chart, there's an even heavier equilibrium, like right there. So you could see it come up, but it would have to blow past that fair value gap. So that's why I would go down to the 1 day, 1 minute chart and just take it from its most recent move down. Right there, right there. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, so we didn't start trading until 10 o'clock. It is 10:30 and we are up 1685 on the day. That puts our total account balance at $102,034.50. So we are, what is that? 1/3 of the way there. It is Monday, so looking like a good day. I'm gonna go ahead and add this information to our chart right here. So what is today? Today is April 28th. And we traded just the regular NQ. It was not the mini NQ. Come on. NQ. Exclamation point. And we were up a total of 1685. Sign 1685.00. Nice green day. I would say mid-morning trade. We traded a break of structure to the downside using fair value gaps as confluences and the equilibrium as a continuation. We had good tight stops. Good tight stops. We had one loser for one winner. For one winner. Good day, baby. And this is day 2 of eval 2. Remember, the whole reason I'm doing this live, damn, I'm white as fuck. The whole reason I'm doing this new trading is because on this day right here, I just made too many mistakes, and I just wasn't keeping track of my stuff very well. So I knowing that somebody could see this someday keeps me accountable and helps me follow my rules. I do technically have one more trade to spend on the day. Like I mentioned, if I continue to trade good, like if you're trading good, keep going, right? But at the same time, today was a really good day, and I don't need to make any more. I can only make about 1,500 more before I'm just like capped out for the day. And I'm not capped out. I can always like make it. It just extends the time that you have for the evaluation to take place. You just can't make more than 50% of your total profits. So let's see right here. There could be a little opportunity here. If I do take something here, it's going to be like the tightest stop that you could even think of. We're approaching equilibrium right here. And we are testing, is it the 5-minute fair value gap? Yeah, testing this 5-minute fair value gap. There is an opportunity here. I am going to the mini though. I'm not going to risk. Let's go to the mini. I'm going to pull up both of those charts. M and Q, and let's go to NQ. That's the damn. Here, let me do the NQ on this one. Boom. All right, those are the levels that I have, and then this needs to be the M and Q. Boom. All right, what are we looking at? Boom. Boom. Okay, where are we? Right about there. I'm gonna go ahead and move this to about right there. Same thing right about here. Yada, yada, yada. All right, those are the levels we're looking at. So let's just see here if we want to take another opportunity. What we're looking for is for the future NQ right here to come up and test this equilibrium. If it just continues to go down right here, that's fine. But if it comes up, test this equilibrium, I'm going to have the tightest stop that you've ever seen in the world. But it looks like a good opportunity here, so I'm not going to miss out on a fantastic opportunity. But at the same time, I'm not going to be upset if it doesn't come up and test these levels. So what levels are we looking at? So I am going to go ahead and act like we're going to trade here. It's going to be a sell limit at that level, and then a take profit. I would have it at a new low and a stop loss at just above that fair value gap right there. So just like a small trade if I wanted to take it, would be these levels right here. You could see if I only get 2 contracts, then I'm only risking $34 to gain another $322. That risk reward ratio is incredible. So I am going to go ahead and sell market limit order stop. So we'll see if we can come up and touch those levels here. Obviously, I'm using my charting on this future right here. Oh, good, they're coming to get my trash. I wonder how well y'all can hear that. But so if it comes up and tests, not test, but it's testing this fair value gap right now on the 5-day, 5-minute. Let's see. It's getting up to equilibrium, coming up and testing this new support level. Previous support becomes new resistance. So like I said, very, very, very tight stop here if the opportunity does present itself. If it goes down and makes a new low right here, going to go ahead and just add an alert, create. If it comes back down below this level before it hits our buy order up here, then I'm done. I'm not going to risk anything because we're already up 1685 on the day. There's no point in risking it. That's why this tight, you can see this stop loss is super, super tight. Like we are at a, let's see here. We are, for this specific trade, at a 8.8 risk reward ratio, which is phenomenal. But it looks like we are going to test these levels here. That's the 5-minute, that's the 1 minute. So let's just see what ends up happening. I'll go back to the 1 day, 1 minute because that's the chart that we're trading. All right, you can see here from this move all the way down to this move, testing equilibrium right here. Remember, anything above this mark is considered premium prices on the market. It did not touch that support level. It looks like we're going to come up and test it right now. Like I said, if it gets below this, what is it? Higher high, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher low. If it gets below this level right here, I'm done. I'm not interested in taking the trade. Only taking this trade if it works itself out. Okay. Good trading day. I feel like I need some lights in this room. Pretty dull, pretty boring. Okay. Let's see if we can gain some momentum. One day. So I'm I have an interview for a new bartending job. All right, yeah. See, we already made the reversal right here. Boom, there's a level. Go ahead, cancel this trade. Yes, I want to cancel. Boom, right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Stop that. Fantastic trading day. 2 trades. Let's go to me. All right. We made 2 trades. Super tight stops. Let winners run a little bit. This was our second trading day of the second eval. First day we made 349. Today we made 1685, which is pretty consistent with what I have been doing. You can see we had this big red day right here, and that's the reason that I started doing the streaming and this channel, is to keep myself accountable, because I know if other people can see this, then it'll just help me follow my rules a lot better. So, not a bad start to the week. Day 2 of eval 2. That puts us just over 33% of the way there. We have the rest of this week to complete the challenge, and then we get our fully funded account. So, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Like I said, this is basically just my trading journal. So, I'm doing this more so for myself, but if anybody sees this and it helps you or someone you know in any way, shape, or form, let me know in the comments or hit the like button if there's anything specific you want me to talk about, whether it's the market or anything at all. Just let me know and I can do my best to do that. But as of right now, this is just for me. It's just a trading journal. If someone sees it, somebody sees it. If it helps somebody, great. If not, I don't really give a fuck. So, all right. I'm going to end it there. Thank you, guys.